choice? I actually don't think that it is, because if it were that simple, everyone would just choose to be happy, right? But I do think that happiness is our own responsibility, and here's what I mean. As a life coach, people come to me and they say, Tony, on paper, everything looks great. I have the 2-car garage and a beautiful family and the dream career, but I'm miserable. And they're making everybody else miserable around them, by the way. So the first thing we do is change their morning routine, and we incorporate gratitude into their language and what they're doing. And usually behind the scenes, things aren't as great or perfect as they make it seem. A lot of times they have a career that's sucking the life out of them, or a relationship that they can't seem to make better. And sometimes in life, we got to make some hard decisions. We have to have some difficult conversations, and we have to make some changes in our life. And if we do that and we're 100% responsible for our life, then we can find happiness. But nobody ever said it was going to be easy.
Well, listen, good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Sims, host of the Dr. Sims Daily Show, and I have been reunited, and it feels so good. My friend, Coach Tony Smith. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
Good morning. I am wonderful. How are you?
Listen, I am doing fine. The only way I could be better if I was a Schmidt. Well, girl, what in the world have you been up to?
Been a crazy few years, hasn't it?
It's been a minute. Periscope really became real popular 2015-ish, 7-8 years ago. I started about May, June of 2015, and the followers just came. You were one of my early followers, and I learned the other day that you were real close to me. You know, you were going through some things, and unbeknownst to me, I helped you through some stuff, and so I love social media, Tony.
I do too. I really do too. And yes, you did. And it reminds me too, as I do videos now.
Right.
Like, people don't realize it's pretty awkward for us sometimes
True.
to do live videos.
True.
And like, they think they're getting to know us, and they are getting to know us.
Right.
But we, especially different platforms.
That's right.
It's kind of awkward, and there's like different conversations happening, but we have to remember the impact we're having. And yeah, right. I was going through a really dark time.
Right.
I remember specifically just you praying and
that's right,
giving positivity and making me feel not so alone in those times of darkness. So
wow,
that's something I really appreciate.
Well, you look fabulous, my friend, and you're a life coach. Now, how long have you been a life coach?
Well, interesting enough, I started in marketing. I was in marketing.
Okay.
Kind of when we started chatting about social media and all of that.
Right.
And I was in marketing for several years, and
right.
was got into corporate America because, right. That's, I think subconsciously it's like, I made it,
Yeah.
And I have 401k and I have this.
Right.
And, I hated it.
Right.
And of course at the time I was juggling my part-time job and homeschooling the kids during the pandemic. And it was awful. It was really awful time in my life and my kids' life. And I just didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I kept just trying to practice gratitude. Like, Tony will just appreciate that you're getting this money in and that you have a job.
Right.
And then I did have one life coaching client that I had for a year and a half.
Right.
And he had tremendous success. He lost 60 pounds. He hadn't been on a date in 6 years. He got married.
Oh, wow.
He got promoted and was working less. And so I was like, why am I not doing this? Why? And overachievers especially are people that I really connect with.
Okay.
And so basically on a whim one day, I was like, you know what? I'm done. And I didn't talk to anybody because I knew they talked me out of it.
That's awesome.
And I just kind of went all in on life coaching, and I have not looked back. I guess it's been like 10 months now.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
It keeps getting better and better.
So what was that last straw? Because again, we coached people through this. What was that last straw for you 10 months ago? Did you just wake up and say, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. What was that last straw for you, Toni?
Well, the company I was at was going through some stuff, and
right.
I found out the next day after I quit that they were being acquired. So that explained why they weren't doing marketing, but we didn't know that.
Okay.
So you just kind of felt like you weren't valued, or you weren't, what your ideas weren't happening. But I guess spiritual awakening or
that's good.
Faith, I don't know.
That's good.
I don't know what you call it, but a moment of insanity, maybe that's what you call it.
I'm done.
Yeah. And I do remember a conversation with my daughter. We were sitting in the driveway.
Okay.
And my daughter is 10 years old.
Okay.
And she was having an issue with a friend, and I was giving her some advice, and she said, Mom, you're really good at advice. You should be doing that for a living.
How about that?
That was the day that I quit.
From out of the mouths of babes. That is pretty phenomenal, my friend. So what do you help people? Good morning again, everybody. I'm here with my good friend, Toni Smith, Coach Toni Smith. We're here talking about, hey, it's time to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to go. It's time to get up and do what you need to do, because February is half over. January is gone. February is half over, and happy belated Valentine's Day is also. So what do you help coach people through, Toni?
Well, I help people to simplify their life.
Okay.
To multiply their happiness and their income.
Okay.
So we live in such a busy, noisy world, and it's hard to prioritize and simplify.
Oh, that's a good word.
Stay focused and intentional, and figure out who we are and what it is we want. And the specific group of people I work with are the go-getters, the overachievers, which I love.
Right.
These people, they're the leaders in our world.
That's right.
But there's sometimes a cost, and they are sometimes just really stressed. They have anxiety, sleep issues, addiction issues.
Wow.
And they can't figure out how to enjoy it all. A lot of them come to me and they say, Toni, on paper, everything is perfect. I have a family. Wow. I have a job. I have my health, but I'm miserable.
Wow.
So I help them kind of sort through that. And
that is
a big
good.
piece of that is gratitude.
Yeah. Okay.
Which everyone thinks they're grateful. And then when it comes down to it, they realize they really weren't being that grateful.
That's good. That's where a lot of the magic happens, in that gratitude state and all that positivity. And I tell people all the time, it works. We got to stay here more than we stay here. You know what I'm saying? And so what are some more of the common denominators you're finding in overachievers? What's their blind spot? What's the blind spot, the biggest blind spot for overachievers?
For overachievers specifically, I think they don't realize that they can be successful without grinding themselves into the ground.
That's good.
Because to some extent, they've gotten to where they are by hustling so much.
Right.
So the thought of letting go of those reins is just...
It freaks them out. It freaks. Hey, the less control, and this is what I tell some of my clients, the less control you have, the more control you really have.
Exactly. And they're not looking at the big picture. And most of them have already had some success under their belt, that if they let go of the reins a little bit, they're going to be okay.
Right.
And they feel like they can't see more than 3 feet in front of them.
Right.
So I help them to, I have a worksheet, and
Very
I
good.
really morning routine, I think, is so, so important. A lot of them have to get up an hour earlier and really get intentional about what they want for that day, and appreciation to other people. It's so important. Yesterday I went to Wawa, and
Wawa.
I love Wawa, and I ordered a chai tea latte, and now you can order it on your app, and I have it ready for you, so you can just run in and run out.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and someone, the barista or the person working there, whatever you want to call it, she put my name and a little happy face. Now, the old Tony would have just been like, okay, whatever.
I know, right?
But, she didn't have to do that. And I say that to my kids all the time when their dad does something for them. He didn't have to bring you your book bag. I know, Mom. They kind of roll their eyes. But I try to tell myself that too. The garbage man didn't have to pick up the garbage today.
Right.
Everybody's so focused on, can you believe the bad customer service these days, and people don't put the shopping cart back?
Right.
Well, what about all the people that did put the shopping cart back?
That's right. It's those little things, and the older we get, we're a lot more observant of that, and that's why I say thank you so much. I got another good friend that follow me on Periscope, and we are great friends now. And he's promoting me in some different arenas. And every time he texts me or messages me or calls me and says, Dr. Sims, I got this, or Dr. Sims, look at this, or Dr. Sims, think about this. And I'm always saying, thank you, DP, thank you. And he stopped the other day, Tony, and he said, Dr. Sims, you're one of the few people that I help that say thank you. And that's my Southern way. I was brought up like that. And Mama just called me. I got to call her back after the show. And that's what we were taught growing up, to just say thank you, and be appreciative, So how are you becoming so wise and so self-aware? What's going on in your world, Tony?
Well, about it, we're coming up on 6 years, almost to the day that I was in marketing. I had my own marketing business.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was on a sales trip, and I was just trying to make ends meet, put out fires, basically, not looking at the big picture. And I started, we went out, I didn't close the deal.
Okay.
We went out with these gentlemen that we were that owned half the town, basically, like very, very successful.
Okay.
And they started talking about how their lives were falling apart at home.
Wow.
And something clicked that night, that I couldn't get to where I wanted to go by doing what I was doing. And something had to change. And that next morning, gosh, I still get choked up thinking about it. I was with another girl who basically drank like I drank.
Okay.
So I went downstairs to the basement of the hotel, and I called my friend that I knew was in recovery, and I said, "There's 3 powerful words. I need help."
What
and
you say?
There's other powerful words. I'm an alcoholic. And once that happened, everything started shifting and changing.
Wow.
And so things got a lot, I wouldn't say they got a lot easier, especially that first year, but they got a lot simpler, if that makes sense.
Thank you for sharing that. Wow. It is so hard, and especially in our world, for people to utter those 3 words. I need help. And so many times we care for people more than they care for themselves. I honor you today. For sharing that. That's powerful, Tony.
Thank you. I can think back to even when I was on, the lives with you. And I think, if I remember correctly, you would ask for prayers.
That's right.
And even the uncomfortableness of saying I need help on those sessions, can you pray for me? Like, it's uncomfortable.
Right.
But it's so necessary, and it's so important.
Amen, my friend. So what's next for you? You're on this entrepreneur journey now. You're a life coach and you're helping people. You're gaining clients, etc. So what's next for you?
Well, I am working on. I have a community now, Gumption, Grace, and Gratitude, and it's a Facebook group and a monthly challenge for people to become more grateful. And I do work with people one-to-one and also group coaching as well.
Okay.
And I'm working on writing a book. And I know I mentioned that to you, and you gave me a hard time about a deadline for that.
Drum roll. Good morning again. What's up, Biggie Liz? One of my good friends is here. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Wilma. Hey, Mama. Hey, everybody. I'm here with a good friend of mine, a sister from another mister, Miss Tony Smith. Awesome young lady. I'm just so proud of you, and I'm waiting for that release date.
Let's say 6 months.
Okay, Coach. Okay, 6 months. Today is February the 15th. 6 months, that's August 15th. Let me see when August 15th is. Let me see. And I will help be your accountability partner and get this thing produced. August 15th. That's a Monday. August 15th is a Monday. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Do you have a title yet? What's your working title?
Well, Gumption, Grace, and Gratitude has always been, I love the word gumption. I believe the most successful people in the world are not the most intelligent or talented, but they're brave enough to reach for what they want and find resources to make it happen.
Right.
And that's what the definition of gumption is. And when you combine that with grace, including grace to yourself, and gratitude,
right?
Like that's when the magic really starts happening.
That's exactly right. I tell people where the magic meets the road. Learn to be grateful. I was getting on a plane, Tony, 2-3 years ago, and I think a dad was talking to his kids or something, and I overheard them, and he said, "It's okay to have what you want. But what's better is to want what you already have." Man, I said, I got to remember that, because so many times I'm gonna use myself as an example. The next phone in the Galaxy Note /S line is coming out February the 25th. And I'm chomping at the bits to get a new phone. But I love this phone now, but I'm chomping at the bit to get that next phone that's faster, got a better camera, because I'm all about the selfies, But we have to learn part of being grateful and appreciative. Let's want what we already have, We always reaching for that next, but want what you already have.
What you appreciate appreciates, right?
I'm jotting it down, Coach. People, I'm telling you, y'all. I hope y'all listening and taking note. This is where the magic happens.
And I'll take it a step further and say, what you talk about, when you talk about what you appreciate, then that really anchors in and magnetizes, attracts all the good things to you.
Amen. I got a title for you. Miss Vanessa, my virtual personal assistant, has been with me since May of 2015. And I think you just said it, but your title is the 3 G's. And the working title is Gumption, Grace, and Gratitude. And you can call it the 3 G's and play off the 5G, the 4G, and the cell phones. And you can play off of that and call your book the 3 G's.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hercules.
I'm excited too. And it's just it's such an exciting time since the pandemic.
Right.
There are so many opportunities now available to us virtually.
That's right.
There's no excuse for not living the life of your dreams.
That's so
There's
true.
Really not.
That's so true. And because one thing we learned, and you can share with us real quickly what you've learned during the pandemic. We can do so much more with a lot less, and just to learn how really important connection really is, because a lot of people have been really impacted by non-contact, you know. And so these last couple of years just really driven home the point, we feed off of each other, you know.
Yeah, it's true. And we've all learned so much. I keep saying, like, this next generation is going to be really in good shape because
Right.
we didn't learn these lessons. Like, I remember my grandfather saying to me, if I was upset about something, he said, "You think that's a problem? That's not a problem." You know, he grew up in the Depression.
Right.
And I think that our kids, the next generation, have learned some very valuable lessons over the past couple years. I mean, we all have.
That's right.
But you know, no one can call them entitled because they've been through some stuff.
You know, we said it. Me and some of my colleagues and Miss Vanessa and I were talking. The kids have gone through a pandemic as well as we have, you know, and they've had to readjust to the virtual class, the Zooming, etc. You know, so real quick, Tony, how can people follow you? How can people connect with you?
Well, right now TikTok has been my jam.
I love some TikTok.
Yeah, I am most active on TikTok, so I'd love for you to join me over there. And I have a link tree in my bio on TikTok that you can get some cool surveys. Are you an overachiever? Are you emotionally intelligent? Some really great little quizzes that you can take to kind of start figuring things out. And also work with me, some contact information of how you can work with me as well.
Very good. I'm just so proud of you. Well, let's connect and let's touch base at least once a week. And I'm very proud of you and thank you for reconnecting with me. We reconnected on Facebook. She messaged me last week. I'm like, hey, Tony. And you really blessed me last week reconnecting with me. Really touched my heart.
It was the craziest thing. You literally just popped into my head. Like, I had no idea.
Wow.
There was nothing. I literally just thought of you.
Really?
I haven't even thought of that guy in years. Where is he? He was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, T. Thank you so much. Well, listen, everybody, that's been my sister right there. Love her. Continue to do what you do, my friend, and let's make sure we connect at least once a week, okay?
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
All right, y'all. Listen, we're going to run to a quick break, and y'all listen to this commercial real quick. And I love social media. What's up, Swizz? G-Unit. That's my buddy right there. Biggie Leah, that is my dude right there. We've been knowing each other a long time. We played Madden football together. But listen, y'all hold tight, and Dr. Sims will be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WALTERHSIMS. That's Cash App,
Guys, I don't know. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Hold on. I love live television. Hold on. Get my pitch up in here. Y'all write this down. If you have not seen this yet, you need to see it. Let me come on in here. Let me fly in here. If y'all have not seen this movie yet, watch this movie. It's on Peacock. So if you have that Peacock app, and Peacock is only $4.99 a month. But anyway, and you can watch football games and stuff like that on Peacock. But anyway, go watch J-Lo's new romantic comedy with Owen Wilson. It's cheesy. It's predictable. It's her typical romantic comedy, but how you get there is pretty original. I like it. They kind of go in reverse. She just picks him out of a crowd, and it goes from there. He's a single dad. It's a good, wholesome movie. J-Lo is J-Lo, singing and dancing, bless her heart. Owen Wilson is Owen Wilson, this kind of nerdy white dude. But it is really good. I liked it. It is thumbs up. So that's Marry Me on Peacock. It's playing right now. You can stream it right now. Check it out. I got one more real quick thing to talk about. Hold on. Power word for the day. Your power word for today. Somebody needs to hear this. Love. An intense affection for another person based on a personal or familiar ties. The deep tenderness, affection, and concern felt for a person with whom one has a relationship. We say all the time, love is not a feeling. Love is an action. Love is an action word. But our dictionary can't really explain it other than saying it's an intense affection. But the Bible says God is love. And you cannot love without God. And so God demonstrated his love toward us in that he sent his son one day, and he died, was buried, rose again. And so the best way to know if someone loves you is to look at their actions. I know Miss Vanessa loves me. I know Swizz loves me. And I'm going to say it in front of everybody. Swizz blessed me out one evening, Miss Vanessa. He was been calling me, and we've been missing each other, and we finally connected again one evening, and this is around the holidays. And he said, Rel, he said, I didn't know if you were dead or alive. He said, don't do me like that. Let me know you're good. And we talked the other night about his new grandbaby, and I was convicted. I had to let him know that I was good, and I apologize for not being a little bit more connected with him. But love is not about feelings. Love is about action. And I told the young lady Sunday, don't ask your man, does he love you? Look for his love. Because if somebody loves you, you know it. You don't even have to ask the question. You know it. So my challenge for you today is show love. Just don't talk about it. Just show love. Because a lot of people went overboard yesterday because they've been delinquent in the love category. All right. And so what's up, Gardner? So you got to show love. Love is all about action. And so my challenge for you today is don't love in just words, love in deed as well. And as I always say, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you. Let me
talk to you for a second. Hi, I'm Lori. I want to talk to you about devaluation. So you hear that word floating around everywhere. Devalue, they're devaluing you. They devalue. It's usually especially mentioned in the narcissistic terms where narcissists devalue a person and bring you to a place of where they make you less important, less significant. You know, they just kind of take you off of this pedestal and put you down in this lower place. And it's a tough thing. I've been there, trust me. I've had someone do that to me before, and it's not easy to deal with. But the funny thing about it, when you really think about it, is these people that are devaluing you have given themselves a power that they don't really have. Follow me. You did not give me my value. So who are you to take it? Unless I give it to you. Think about that.
Come on.
So did they really take away your value? Did they really value you, or did you give it away?
Come on, come on.
Think about that the next time. No one has that power to devalue you. Sure, they can try. But they didn't give you the value. God gave you that. Who are they to take it?
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? And let me add on to that. A diamond is still a diamond if it's appreciated or not. The diamond person, the appraiser, does not give the diamond its value. Only thing he does is assess the value. See, our value is given to us by our Creator. That being said, nobody else can determine how valuable we are. And you cannot and you should not allow anybody to try to minimize who you are. Y'all better help me today. Come on, somebody. You feel me? Don't let anybody try to rain on your parade and tell you you ain't this and you ain't that. You feel me? You are somebody. As we celebrate Black History Month, Dr. King would all say, standing flat-footed and say, I am somebody. Oh, you ought to shout with me this morning and say, I am somebody. Y'all shout with me right now. I am somebody. Y'all, I got to get out of here. Tony, thank you for being here today. Y'all, thank you, Tony, for being here today. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you, Sweet. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. Thank you, Gardner. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Wilma. If you need help, reach out to me. Dr. Sims at drwaltersims.com. I have a link tree as well that's on my TikTok, Dr. Walter Sims. And I want you to hold your head up high today. You are somebody. Love you. If nobody else loves you, nobody else appreciates you, you appreciate you. Okay? And I want you to keep your head up, as Tupac would say. Keep your head up. Things are gonna get easier. Keep your head up. And if you need help, reach out to somebody today. All right? And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.